Though little has been revealed about the series, there is a Smallville sequel in the works. In 2021, the show's stars, Tom Welling and Michael Rosenbaum, shared that they were developing an animated continuation of Smallville. Since then, concrete updates have been few and far between, though Welling did give some insight on the process back in August. The actor explained that Smallville creators Alfred Gough and Miles Miller were on board and that they have an artist working on the project. The current hang-up is getting the green light from DC Studios. As a lifelong Superman fan, I cannot overstate my excitement about a potential Smallville continuation. The series is one of my childhood favorites, and seeing those characters back on screen, even in animated form, would be amazing, especially if the original cast returned. By the odd chance that James Gunn is reading, make this happen, please. Since Smallville is a prequel, a continuation would be rife with opportunities. Beyond the sheer awesomeness of Welling playing Superman, the Smallville sequel would be fun if only for its ability to give fans more of their favorite characters, especially from its substantial roster of villains. Smallville's Brainiac actor comments make an animated sequel sound even better. James Masters is game to return to Smallville as Brainiac. Recently, James Masters, one of Smallville's best villains, discussed the possibility of making a comeback as Brainiac. The actor joined the cast of Smallville for its 5th season, where he played a mentor of sorts for Clark Kent before he was revealed as Brainiac, a creation of Jor-El. Thereafter, he continued making guest appearances as both Brainiac and his benevolent form, Brainiac 5. In an interview with Screen Rant, Masters further explained why he enjoyed working on Smallville. Masters added that he would love to do more of that. The actor returning to the series could manifest in a couple of ways. Masters' Brainiac could be an exciting foe for Superman. However, he could also return as Brainiac 5, who had an expanded role in Smallville, Season 11. In an ideal world, both Brainiac and Brainiac 5 would have a role in the Smallville continuation. Though they share a performer, the two are different enough to justify both characters appearing, with potential stories expanding on Brainiac evolving into Brainiac 5 or the latter's relationship with Supergirl. A Smallville animated sequel is the best of both worlds for DC. An animated Smallville show would be a perfect Elseworld project for DC. The beauty of making an animated Smallville sequel is that any actor who wants to return can, regardless of the 13 years that have passed since the series ended. Voice acting requires less physical commitment from the performers, making it more likely for the cast to be available. Visible aging wouldn't matter either, so Smallville could pick up right where the finale left off or do a time jump. Additionally, recasting anyone who doesn't choose to reprise their role would be less jarring for the audience because they wouldn't be seeing the actor, just the character actors aside. Making the series animated would be a good idea for DC because it could set Smallville apart from the other live-action television series and movies they're releasing. DC Studios is largely focusing on its new DC universe, launching theatrically with Superman in 2025. However, the studio is still producing Elseworld content that does not align with the DCU's main continuity. Smallville would fit perfectly into that niche, especially if the continuation were animated. DC would have the opportunity to capitalize on the nostalgia of fans like myself while also keeping the DCU streamlined and consistent. I need the plans for an animated Smallville sequel to become reality. Smallville is the perfect age for early 2000s nostalgia bait. Tom Welling from Crisis on Infinite Earths and his final shot in the Smallville series finale, custom image by Andy Bebart. Regardless of how they make it happen, I need DC Studios to produce a Smallville sequel. Both Welling and Rosenbaum are game, and now, Masters says he is, too. With the original cast and the series creators interested in a sequel, Smallville's return would be a safe gamble for DC. I selfishly want to see my personal favorite Lex Luthor opposite Clark Kent again, and I'd reckon a lot of Smallville fans feel the same way. An animated series could build on the foundation of Smallville, without detracting from the DC Universe's mainline entries. If they gamble on a sequel series with Welling and Rosenbaum, they might just have a hit on their hands. With almost 15 years since the end of Smallville, there has never been a better time for DC to play on their audience's nostalgia for the series.